All right. Hey guys, it's Amanda, and I am back for our second day of the Mental Metamorphosis Challenge. And I got really good results from everybody's sending me your Myers-Briggs and your Enneagram from yesterday. Thank you so much for doing that. This is going to help me not only be able to see what your personality tests were, but also see how you interpreted them, right? So I kind of touched on it yesterday of like sometimes you'll feel extroverted, other times you'll feel introverted. And some people did write down, they were like, this says I'm introverted, but I I don't think I'm actually introverted, right? So just take it with a grain of salt, and then we're gonna use what we learned yesterday about ourselves right now, currently, and we're gonna make a game plan of what our goals look like for the future. So tomorrow is when we make the actual like the nitty-gritty, the details of what each step is going to look like. But today is like I feel the most important because you are going to dictate what your future is, right? Like, oh my God, that sounds like really cool, right? Okay. So again, I'm going to be referencing this fitness, mindfulness, everything journal for the enthusiastic mind. This has everything that I'm talking about and then some. Like I even have like motivational coloring pages in the back, right? For the days that you're just like, I want to do something, but I can't get into gear. There's actually like science and research done showing that you just moving pen over paper actually helps kind of jog your memory and get your creative juices flowing, as they say. But all the stuff that we're going to talk about is in here. I'm going to focus on the actionable stuff. This video is going to be a little bit shorter because a lot of it's going to be up to you guys doing your own work. Okay. So I'll go into each part, show you how to write what your goals are. And then, like I said, tomorrow is going to be the actual like, let's sit down and write out like detailed plans on how to get there. Okay. So if you want the fitness, mindfulness, everything journal, the link is in the 30-day success sprint, which starts tomorrow. It's going to be a 30-minute meeting right immediately after we do this this last video. And that's going to make sure looking at your goals, making sure that your way forward makes sense, it's on time, and like you're actually living the lifestyle of like going to do that. Like you can't be a UFC fighter if like you've never fought before, right? Like if you don't actively train in martial arts, like having a dream of being a martial arts, like the best martial arts fighter in the entire world, like, might be a little bit lofty and like kind of silly. But if you're already actively if you're already actively fighting, if you're already on a pathward towards that goal, like it's not as crazy as it sounds, right? If you're like, I want to become a millionaire, I just don't know what to do, right? Like, we make an actionable plan moving forward, so that way you can understand what the lifestyle changes that you have to make right now in order to start saving more, start earning more, all that fun stuff. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so 30-day success sprint starts tomorrow. You're going to get the ebook for the Everything Journal. You're going to get 2 weeks of our hybrid personal training and group training programming. And then you also get 4 meetings with me just to make sure that you're staying on track for that coaching. And that's only $97. So really big steal, if you ask me. Okay, so let's get started now that I've like put in my pitch. Okay. So thank you guys for sending in your information from yesterday. If you haven't done that already, go ahead and email that to me at amanda@untamedfitnessmma.com, or you can hit me up on Facebook. Some people did that through Messenger as well. But like really good answers already. Like it wasn't just, hey, I'm a INFJ, figure it out for me. It was like, hey, I'm an IFJ. I didn't realize that like, I was intuitive versus judgmental. I didn't realize that, I knew I was like introverted, but like I didn't really think too much about it, right? But now that you know this about yourself, you're gonna use those personality traits to dictate how to write your goals. Okay. So let's start off with this beautiful chart. I had to like rewrite it because it was driving me crazy that the line was crooked. Okay. Wait, there we go. Okay. So there's two different ways that we're going to write these. Okay. So take out a piece of paper, right? Regular piece of paper. You can either draw it like a spider web up here, which I love visualization. So like this is my type of thing. If you're more structured and you like seeing it, going in order, right? This bottom one's going to be for you. Okay. So you're going to make like a spider web with like asterisk, right? So two lines and then one straight up and down, and you're going to have 6 sections. Each one of these sections, you're going to put fitness, finance, family, network, mindset, and faith. Okay. These are your 6 areas of alignment. These are the 6 areas of your life that if one of them is off, it's going to kind of throw off all the rest of them. One of them can be super successful and then the other 5 suffer, and you'll still get, like, let's say you want to be a millionaire, right? You get to your financial goal, you become a millionaire, and like everything else is gone because you didn't work on the other things, and you're like, well, this sucks, right? It's not that you want to become a millionaire, right? Money's cool, right? But money is just a tool in order for you to get to your true purpose, to find happiness and become content with yourself, right? Like when people say to me, I ask them like, hey, what's your goal? If they say like, I want to lose 20 pounds, it's like, well, why? Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? Well, I just felt better in my body when I was 20 pounds lighter. Like, oh, well, what were you doing when you were 20 pounds lighter? Like, oh, well, I was working out every day. I was taking care of myself. I was eating right. So, okay, so you don't want to actually be 20 pounds lighter. Yes, it would be great, but you want to get back to that lifestyle when you were taking better care of yourself, right? And I felt like it was very interesting of like people that want to lose weight when that's their goal. Weight loss isn't the thing. It's just they want to feel more accepted by themselves in their own body. And they think that losing weight is going to be the key for that, which sometimes it is, right? I think everyone has like a certain weight that they feel really comfortable in, and like you can feel like you move your body, but you're not like starving yourself. Okay. Some people really like to get those abs to show themselves that they can do hard things, right? Other people, fitness isn't really that big of a thing for them. They just want to be able to live healthier for longer. Okay. So whatever your goals are, we're gonna reflect this back into this spider web. So first thing that we're gonna do is I want you to judge where each of these sections are right now. Okay, so look at do a few more circles. So you have 3, let's see, 4, 5. Okay. So I'm now going to rank where I am currently in life right now today, where I am in each one of these areas. So I'm going to do this with you. So let's say like family wise, where am I on a scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1 being needs the most improvement, 5 being like, I don't even need to touch it. It's amazing, right? So where am I in a scale of 1 to 5 right now with my family? So I'm going to put myself maybe at like a 2. I really wish I could spend more time with my kiddos, go on more vacations, and be more mindful when I'm hanging out with them. Okay, so I'm just going to put myself at a 2 because I have some room for growth. It's not as bad as it could be, but I also want to like spend more time with them. Okay. Then we have network. So network, if you're a business owner, networking is talking to other businesses, talking with other people, right? But like us as human beings, we also need to network. It's part of our existence, right? We're very social creatures. Even if you're introverted, like you also, if you were the only person left on the entire earth, like you joke about it of like, oh yeah, that'd be great. But like really we need other people in order to fulfill our purpose and be content with ourselves. So network just means like, do you have a group that you share a hobby with? Do you like hang out with like a girlfriend or a spouse on, a certain day of the week to watch movies? Do you, I don't know, like video game online? Like I know a lot of people that like to have their online community be video gaming or like Twitch streaming and stuff. So where is your personal network, right? So right now, me personally, my biggest network is my business and my fighting people. So, um, I would like it to be a little bit more. I'd want something to do with maybe my kids, right? Maybe like a mom group or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna put this. It's not the worst that it could be. Oh wait, I put it as a 3. Oh, that's okay. It's not the worst that it could be, but it's also not the best. I want some more improvement in that area. So I'm gonna again go for 3 versus 2. That one would have been 2. Okay, so let's go up to mindset. So mindset wise, how are you feeling? Do you feel like you're anxious? Do you feel like you're overwhelmed? Do you feel like you're depressed? Do you feel like you're having the best day ever? Do you feel like mindset is not something that I've ever thought about and therefore I want to learn more about it, right? So judge where you are mindset wise on a scale of 1 to 5. Okay, I'm going to put myself at about a 4 because honestly because of you guys showing up for this group here, right? Like me having to put so much hard work and emphasis into this fitness mindfulness everything journal, and then having to make the 3-day mental metamorphosis, the 30-day success sprint. I've been reading so many really awesome self-help books of people way smarter than me that really it's been helping with, if I do make a mistake or if I miss a workout or I go to bed late and I didn't prioritize my sleep, I'm not just like kicking myself and like, oh, I should have done better. It's like, oh, okay, well, that happened. We'll just make it better next time. Okay. So I'm going to put myself at a 4 here. Faith. I know it's a trigger word for a lot of people, right? Faith literally just means whatever your spirituality is, right? It doesn't have to necessarily be religion. Uh, this can mean just any belief in something bigger than yourself that you feel is looking out for you, right? So in most of the big religions, like like Christianity, Islam, Judaism, they have like the single God, right? The single God that like looks out for you or punishes you because of XYZ, right? There's karma. That's another like facet of faith and spirituality. You can believe in Gaia, where like the earth is our mother and we're all like a unit together and we got to like take care of our whole unit, right? Whatever your belief system is, right? We're not here to challenge if you're like, what I'm not trying to like convert you to a different religion, right? So just based off of how you are currently practicing your belief in whatever it is that you believe in, right? Where are you now? 1 would be, I don't have one. 5 would be, I'm, super invested. This is my biggest thing. Like I know some people where like church is the biggest facet of their lifestyle. And um uh just because you focus on one area doesn't necessarily mean like everything else is intact, but this is what we're looking for faith is like how do you feel with um like how you're feeling spiritually, right? Are you connecting to a higher purpose? Are you meditating? That type of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna put myself at a 3 or you know what? I'm gonna put myself at a 2 because I forgot to meditate all this week. So currently I'm not where I want to be. What's up, sweetheart? About 2 hours. Okay. Heads me. Nope. 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 Yeah, go ahead. Go for it. Okay. So anyways, Aurora was looking to see when we were leaving to her friend's house. So we're gonna go over to fitness. My favorite, my thing that I'm like, oof, that's my bread and butter. 5, right? Actually, right now, I just got over like literally having pneumonia for 2 months. So my fitness isn't as high as I would like it to be. But I do have a plan that is in place for me to actually like get back to it. So I'm gonna actually put myself at a 4 because I'm doing good. But it's like everything happens in waves, right? So like just because like my endurance is a little bit lower, I wasn't able to run and get my cardiovascular endurance up. I was still being able to do strength training, kickboxing, that type of stuff. So I'm still pretty fit. So I feel good, comfortable with fitness in here. Okay, and then finance is the last one. Oh, yeah. Finance is our last one, which is usually people's biggest draw to this program is like, okay, how are you going to put in my finance goals linked in with all of the rest of these, right? And don't worry, we're going to talk about it. Okay, so list out your finance goals. If you are, where you want to be financially, put 5. If you are not where you want to be financially, put 1. I'm going to go with 2 just because I feel like I want, or I have like a nice room for growth, and I'm not like suffering, right? I'm not like, oh God, the bills. Okay, so we have where we are currently. Okay, I wish I had a different color marker so I could. You know what? I'll do a different dot for the next one. Okay, so we have where we are currently. Everyone fill this out. Yes, yes. Questions? If you have any questions, burn them down in the comments, and I will answer you. Okay, so now we're gonna write where we want to improve. Okay, like sure, we want everything to be 5s, right? But that's not really realistic, right? So let's find a few of these ones that may be suffering a little bit more than others. So the lowest ones that we have on my current chart of my current lifestyle is finance and faith. These are the only ones that I put at 2. Okay. So these are the ones that I want to focus on the most because these are my least least improved parts of my 6 areas of alignment, right? And then I have my highest points, which is mindset and fitness, which are like they're good to go. I don't really have to worry about working on them right now. However, we are going to use our strongest areas in order to bring our lowest areas up when we set our goals in a second. Hang with me, okay? So I'm gonna put a different dot for my finance. I'm gonna say that I want to be at a 4 for finance, and faith I also want to be at a 4. Okay. So these are the ones that I'm gonna focus on. And then for mindset, if I can stay at 4, that'd be cool. Network and family, I would love for these to also be at 4, right? So I'm gonna have a goal of just making these just a little bit better, bring everything up, and not really working for perfection in any one of these areas. Okay. So the colored in dot is where we are currently, and then the circle dot is where we want to go. So like I said, these ones, finance and faith, are the ones that I need the most improvement on. Okay. The ones that are totally fine are mindset and fitness. Okay. So my goals, I'm going to need to, 1, write down goals for each of these. And we're going to go for short, midterm, and long term. And then we're going to figure out how to tie those goals together. And I'm going to figure out how to tie my fitness into my finance or my mindset, or my faith in with my mindset or my fitness. So it's like hitching a slow horse to a fast horse, right? I don't know if you actually would do that, but like if the slow horse is slow, if you hitch the fast horse, it can go faster, right? That sounds kind of cruel if I'm thinking about it. Like hypothetically speaking, right? Hypothetical horses, it's okay, not animal abuse. Right. Does everyone have this down? Good to go. Awesome. So this next thing that we're working on down here is our short, mid, and long-term goals. Kind of put this on the back burner for a second. We don't really need to worry about connecting the dots yet because we don't have any dots to connect. Okay. So down here, I'm going to have you do short, mid, and long-term goals. And notice I'm not really giving you a timeline of what those look for. I used to do career counseling when I was back in the Navy, and it was a really big, what do you call it? Really big accentuation on letting people define what these timelines were. For short term, for me, is anywhere between 0 to 6 months. Midterm is 6 to 12. And then long-term goal is anything over a year. However, that's just me. That's my way of thinking of looking at this, right? You might be a little bit different. Your short-term goal might be a year. Your midterm goal might be 2 to 3 years, and your long-term goal might be 10 years, right? So I'm not trying to like define what this is for you. Make some like put something that makes sense. Because we're gonna make actionable goals to actually achieve. Actually, actionable goals to actually achieve. Yeah, I said that right. Okay. So let's start off with a short-term fitness goal. I'm gonna go by my own definitions of the short, long, and mid, just because that's how my brain works. If you want to change your timeline up a little bit, go for it. Okay, so let's say my short-term fitness goal is I want to run more, right? I want to be able to get back to like an 8-minute mile. Okay, so short term, 0 to 6 months, 8-minute mile. Okay, so I'm writing that in my fitness box under my short-term goal. Okay, my midterm goal for fitness, that would be my 6 to 12 month area. Let's say I'm gonna compete in a national kickboxing event, right? So I'm gonna compete at nationals, which is I'm just gonna shorten as WKA. Okay. And then long-term goal, this is anything over a year. So this would be something I want to do fitness-wise. I think, you know what? I'm just gonna say like run a marathon, right? So I'm not currently training for a marathon. It does tie back to my short-term goal of being able to run and my midterm goal competing in a kickboxing championship. I'm gonna have to have a high endurance, so this actually ties back in with my short-term goal too. So notice these actually really tie well together, right? They're not like I want to be able to do a push-up and I want to be able to run and I don't know, like I want to compete in the CrossFit games, right? Like they're not completely random and not related, right? Like you want you want them to be cousins. You don't want them to be like next door neighbors, right? No, that makes sense. Okay, so let's go with our family short-term goal. So short-term goal for me, 0 to 6 months. I want to spend more time with my family. So this is a super vague short-term goal. If I was my own career counselor, I would say we need more than this. How much more time do you want to spend with your family? Who is your family? All right. What are the things that you actually want to do in order to spend time with your family? Okay. So instead of doing spend more time with my family, I might say I want to spend, like 30 minutes a day with my kids, or I want to go on a bike ride once a week with my kids, right? Something actionable that I can actually like define and put on my board. Okay. So I'm going to change this a little bit and let's see. I'm just gonna put bike ride or 30 minute like what do you call it? Non-screen time. There we go. Okay, so 30-minute non-screen time with my family for the first 0 to 6 months. Mid 6 to 12 months, I want to be able to go and take my kids on a vacation. Okay, so we'll do like a family vacation. Okay, and then long-term goal for my family. Let's say, I don't even know. Long-term goal for family would be like over a year. So something that would need to take a little bit more, what do you call it? Like more things come into play in order to get there. Um, I can't really think of one right now. I'm just gonna say like another vacation. I'll say like Europe vacation, because that way I have to spend a little bit more time, a little bit more money, a little bit more planning to get that involved. Okay. So short-term faith goal. So this is my 0 to 6 months of my faith or my spirituality goal. I'm going to put 10 minutes meditation 3 times a week. And notice I'm starting really low because I want to show myself that I can actually do it. I'm starting at 10 minutes of meditation 3 times a week instead of I want to meditate for an hour every single day because that seems like a lot. And then that way when I miss a day, I'm just like, oh, I missed it. I'm a failure. Why should I even do it tomorrow? Right? Like I already missed yesterday, right? So making it something that's achievable, getting to that 10 minutes of meditation 3 times a week. Once you get there, then you can be like, okay, maybe 20 minutes of meditation 3 times a week. Or 10 minutes of meditation 4 times a week, right? So you're making it a small increase. um Midterm goal for my 6 to 12 months for my spirituality. I want to learn a little bit more about the different religions. I love learning about anthropology and world religions and how other cultures are influenced by religion. So I'm going to take a course on world religions. And notice it may fall under my spirituality era, right? My little category for my faith and my spirituality, but it's still going to cause insight for myself, right? So like me taking this course on world religions, I'm gonna have to like question a lot of things that I might already think that I know, right? Okay. And then my long-term goal, I'm gonna say, oh, what's that word? Uh Become enlightened. That's like a long term. That's a one. That's a good one. Okay. That's like the ultimate goal for like Buddhists is where nothing bothers you and like your earthly possessions and your earthly values and stuff don't really matter anymore because you have like, become one with yourself type thing. I don't think I explained that right, but you know what I mean. So whatever that means for you in your faith, whether this could be if you're already going to church, this could be like go to church once a week. This could be like take part in service, like do like do volunteer work with your group or something, right? Okay. Finance goals are, I feel like these are the easiest to set, hardest to achieve, right? So we're going to make these really super short and simple. Short-term goal for finance, I'm going to say like save $100 a week. Okay. And that's 100 extra dollars a week, not 100 total, right? That's 100 extra from what I'm doing right now. So if you're already saving, right, you can have a higher savings goal of increasing it 1 time a week or to 100 times $100 a week. There we go. Midterm goal for finance, maybe that's like I don't know, 6 to 12 months. So maybe that is like pay off your car. You could say like get zero credit card debt. Um, like something that's like achievable in the next 6 months. I'm gonna say zero credit card debt. Okay. And then my long-term goal for my finance is gonna be being financially independent. And I grabbed the red marker to make it so like I hope you guys could read it, but like it's actually worse. Okay, so the next one is networking. So short-term goal, I want to be able to be more active in my community. I want to join one hobby group. So let's say I really like painting. I want to join a painting group. Okay, next one, midterm goal, 6 to 12 months for networking. Let's say I don't know, start my own chapter of painting group. Maybe my painting group, I have to drive all the way like 30 minutes away. Maybe I can start my own chapter for my painting group in my local community. And then long-term goal for my networking, let's say um add 100 new friends. That's a good goal. And notice I'm giving myself an actual number and or like a time zone uh, for completing this, right? I'm not going into the nitty gritty of, okay, save $100 a week. Ugh, that sounds like kind of a lot because then I have to get a different job or like I don't even know where that extra 100 would come from. Like I'm not making that decision yet. We're going to do that tomorrow. Right now, we're just putting it on the board. We're putting it out there of where we want to be. Okay. Last one we're going to talk about is the mindset goal. So short-term mindset goal. This can go into self-development, like taking more of these really awesome 3-day courses. This could be being more in tune with your emotions. This could be going to therapy and talking with somebody. This could be going to a doctor and getting diagnosed with, whatever, whatever thing that you think that you already have, right? A lot of ADHD gets undiagnosed just because it takes so long, right? That's what they say. But mindset wise, this is something that's going to help that triangle of emotions, actions, and thoughts. Okay. So something that will influence your emotions, actions, and thoughts. So for mindset, I'm going to put read one book, one self-help book. I'm going to say per month. It gives me enough time. There's varying levels of length for self-help books. So yeah, I'm going to put that for my 0 to 6 month mark. Mid mark, I'm going to say 6 to 12 months. Let me see. Good mindset goal for 6 to 12 months. I want to really start going into like more mindful meditation type of thing. So like going on hikes and like I guess active meditation is a good way to put it. So that includes yoga, hiking, that type of stuff. So I'm going to say active meditation. And then my long-term goal for my mindset is, let me see, what's the word? There's a word for it. Improving my patience. There we go. I'll say that. So I'm recognizing that that's going to take a lot of hard work and it may not happen in the next few months, but there's a lot of things that can happen that I can do in order to get there. Okay, so take a second. If you weren't writing out your own while I was doing this, like go ahead and write yours. If you want to use any of these as an example, feel free. Okay, so we have where we are, where we want to be, and then we have our short, mid, and long-term goals on the bottom. So looking at these, I hope you guys can read my handwriting. I'm sorry if you can't. So looking at these, now that we have everything written out and displayed, right? I told you I'm like a very visual person. I want to try to find which of these we can tie together in order to make it a more successful like goal that I can actually achieve, right? So let's see. Read. So let's start off with our short-term goals. So we've got fitness is running an 8-minute mile. Family is 30 minutes of non-screen time. Faith is 10 minutes of meditation per week. Finance is saving $100. Networking is joining a painting group. And mindfulness is reading one self-help book per month. So I can tie some of these together in different ways, right? So let's say I want to go and work out with my family, right? I could do an 8-minute mile here. I'm gonna erase this so I can write it up here. So what if it's 8-minute mile training and a workout with my kids? Okay. I can also tie this together with, let's say, my family and my networking, right? I could join a paint group for families, okay? And I have a family networking paint group, which cool thing about that is like if you become one of the regulars at this painting group, maybe you can end up adding 100 new friends by leading this painting group, which maybe they pay you for by giving you a little bit of extra income. So you can see how like just doing one thing can have this ripple effect across the board in order for you to get down to this long-term goal in each one of these 6 areas. Okay. I could also be reading a self-help book. Maybe I'm reading it on audiobook during my 8-minute mile. So audiobook, my self-help book while running. Okay, so these are just a few examples of how we can tie these across the board. Okay, and you can also see me doing this, right? It's like, oh, if I do this and this, it actually will help me get better down to here. Okay. So look at your goals, look at your structure of your 6 areas of alignment, and I want you to try to make at least, I'm going to say 5 or 6 of these. Okay, so 5 or 6 of the hybrid, what do you call it? The hybrid goals. Okay, so do that for 5 or 6 of your short-term goals, 5 or 6 of your midterm goals, 5 or 6 of your long-term goals. If there's any goal that you see like, oh man, everything ties together, and oh, okay, cool. Oh, everything ties together except let's say my European vacation sticks out. Like I can't tie that to anything, right? That's going to be a hard goal to accomplish just because you can't connect it with other things that you're already working towards, right? Having 3 meshed hybrid actionable plans that you can check off once a day is way easier than adding on an entire separate checklist that you're going to have to do. So if this goal, let's say this European vacation isn't really working out, I can't figure out how to put it in to the rest of my life. I can either scrap it and be like, okay, let's work on another long-term goal. Let's do a Canada goal, right? Like I'm gonna go to Canada and I'm gonna go, you know, to beautiful Victoria and walk around with my kids or something, right? Like that could be a long-term goal. A little bit closer, makes more sense financially. I can drive there. We can go like as a big family. You know, like if there's a goal that sticks out and it's like you're having a hard time tying it in with things, either reach out to me or you can just scrap it and be like, okay, maybe not that goal. Let's think of another one. Okay. Let me see. I think that's it for that part. Oh man, that's so good. Awesome. We're all done. Oh my God, that took me 47 minutes. Hey, I didn't know I could talk that long. Sorry, guys. I was like, it's gonna be a short one. 1 hour later. I hope this was super helpful. Like I said, all of this stuff, I go way, way, way more into detail in the journal, right? Which you can get a free ebook version if you sign up for our 30-day success sprint. And that's only 97 bucks. You get the ebook, you get our success sprint, and then you also get the 2 free weeks to try our personal training hybrid group training program, which is probably my favorite thing that I've ever thought of, which I've thought of a lot of things. So that says a lot, right? Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. Make sure to do all of this, right? Like, do all of this, like right now. Do it, pause this video, and then when you're done, come back, and then I'll say bye to you. Okay, cool, you guys are back. Thank you for doing your homework, and I will see you guys tomorrow where we will talk about all these goals and how to get there, like actionably how to get there. We're going to make a plan moving forward. It's going to be awesome. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh yeah, and by the way, it's my birthday today. Yay, this is exactly what I wanted to do. So I'm starting my life off older, wiser, and more mature. Okay, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.